As I'm sure you all know, I'm a huge fan of 3D Zelda. Heck, any 3D games Nintendo drops are usually some of my favorite games of all time. Games like the 3D Mario games, Metroid Prime, and even Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Nintendo's 3D catalog games are really good and some of the best games ever made, and for very good reasons. They usually have a ton of exploration and side content to do, and the two games I'll be talking about today are perfect examples of that format. Those games being Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. These are two of my favorite games of all time. I even mentioned Ocarina of Time in my video about games I think are perfect. Majora's Mask would have been mentioned, but I wanted to replay it before I did it since I needed more time to play it. So most likely be in part 2, but if I ever get to that, which I most likely will eventually, but I've been yapping enough, so in this video I'll be talking about if we'll ever get remasters for Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time again. So if you guys owned a 3DS during its heyday, then you know we got remasters of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Those remasters were absolutely perfect. They left everything from the originals, but just updated the graphics a little bit. And the 3DS games were the first ones I had played of those games since I grew up on Twilight Princess. And now that it's been forever since we got these remasters for the 3DS, I think we're due for another upgrade for the next Nintendo console, which some of you guys might think against that since most people say the N64 versions are the best way to play them, which I can understand, but I guess it's because I grew up on the 3D versions, so I actually lean towards those more. But I just don't enjoy playing the N64 versions as much as the 3DS, just because I prefer the graphics on the 3DS version. And I know graphics don't really mean everything because I'll play games like Mario 64 and have a blast, but when it comes to Zelda, I just enjoy good graphics for those games since it just has a lot more scenery and it's better for figuring out what is interactable too. But the point I'm trying to make is that I think Nintendo should definitely give an upgrade to the 3DS versions on the next console. If they just bump up those graphics up a notch and release it on a brand new console, it'd be a perfect game. And what I'm about to say might trigger some fans, but honestly they need to add some more content as well. I don't mean to the story though, maybe they could just add some more bonus content on the side, or do kind of what they did on the Mario and Luigi remakes where they just add an extra mode to the game and just add a little bit more content for after being the game. But I don't know, that might be kind of a stretch. I wouldn't even complain if these 3D Zelda games got an all-star collection though, kind of like how they did with the 3D Mario games. Even though many fans disagreed with the price, that was a perfect collection of games and they made some adjustments to the games to make them run a lot better anyway. I think they could definitely do that with the 3D Zelda games as well. Well, are you mad that I didn't talk about Wind Waker? Tell me in the comments below what you think about everything I said. Do you think I'm just being a delusional fan, or is there some wiggle room for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask to get another comeback? I really want to see these games upgrade for the next console, since these two games are something I grew up with and want more of, and they're still considered some of the best games of all time as well. And some newer fans might need to experience these games for the first time with better graphics, since I doubt anyone who was born past 2010 will ever play the N64 version, and I doubt they even have a 3DS in their closet somewhere anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace out. I'm sorry for the long break, but I promise I'll start uploading more.